Donut County is a charming indie treat developed by Ben Esposito, formerly of Giant Sparrow, the developer of the Unfinished Swan. The player controls a seemingly endless hole in the ground hell-bent on consuming all things in the aforementioned dominion, including many of the anthropomorphic residents themselves. Although the entirety of the game's dialogue is purely text-based, each denizen of Donut County is wonderfully written, full of wit, snark, and sometimes even hilarious ineptitude. Each character gives oxygen to the polygons that the player would go on to antagonize. The world in which the game takes place matches this tone with an eye-popping color palette, with each new area providing something new and exciting to explore and feast your eyes on. We meet BK the raccoon during the roughly 2.5-hour story, a careless new arrival to the county and new owner of the local donut shop. BK's perspective is where the brilliance of Donut County shines, as the gameplay is framed through the mobile phone game that BK plays, in which he delivers donuts to characters throughout the area. The more real-world items BK swallows with his holes in the ground, the higher his score in the game gets. This serves to propel both his story as well as the sub-stories of each disgruntled animal unfortunate enough to find themselves falling through one of BK's donuts. The gameplay itself in Donut County is fairly simple. The more items to fall down your hole, the larger the hole becomes, with the goal ultimately being to dump everything in each level down into the depths of the earth. The gameplay reminded me of Katamari Damacy, if the goal was to have less stuff on screen rather than more. Oftentimes, a level would require some pretty ridiculous solutions, such as swallowing a lit firecracker to then shoot it back out, in order to change the design of an area. This leads to some antics that had me legitimately laughing out loud, while others made me ponder, am I a bad person? Each level has a unique locale. You'll swallow everything from a snake watchtower to an entire barn, and even a secret nefarious raccoon HQ. The gameplay doesn't change too much through the 20+ levels, however the game does do a good job of diversifying its individual challenges within each level. Most notably, a generally easy yet still enjoyable boss fight that occurs at the end of the game, which left me wanting more, and left me wondering if the possibility of a potential DLC or even sequel down the road could happen. The final section of the game is a wonderful little add-on that feels very much earned. There's something about interactive credits that makes me feel so much more engaged with the developers of the game, and Donut County exceeds in that regard. Donut County is a strawberry-frosted, double-glazed package of humor, wit, and silly gameplay worthy of anyone's $13. Between the colorful artwork, ludicrous characters, and simple yet addicting gameplay, your taste buds will find plenty to love about this donut hole-sized indie treat. I would also like to give a special thanks to Annapurna Interactive for supplying us with the review code for Donut County. Don't forget to check out PS Best Friends Podcast, coming to you every Friday on podcast services around the globe as well as YouTube.